So all these books in here, they represent lives, man. And these are all people that kids, young men, women that have come through our program over the years. And just specifically in the boxing piece, if you will. I come in here and I start looking through all these and I think about all the kids that have come through here and where they're at today and trying to be an impact in their life, you know. I mean, it's pretty amazing to see all of them. And so they carry these to the boxing events that they compete in. So we know when they win, when they lose, when they compete. It's just cool to be able to hang on to this stuff and come back in here and see all these guys over the last whatever. But, really, I mean, these represent lives, man, that of young men, women that's come through here. And, I think back on all the memories that we've made in the last 20 years and doing this with these kids and trying to make them better citizens in our community, Most of the kids that come to us, 98% of them come from single-parent homes. Another portion of them, 15 to 20% of them, are in state custody. Don't even know where their parents are at. A lot of them are being raised by grandparents. A lot of them are going to go home tonight and there's going to be no food in the fridge. A lot of them will go home tonight and not real sure where they're going to stay or where they're going to pillow their head. A lot of them are going to go home and there's not going to be any power turned on, and mom's going to be laid up in the back room with some man that these kids don't even know. Their monsters are for real. And to expect these kids to go home to that kind of environment and get up tomorrow morning and concentrate in math class is absurd. It's not going to happen. And so we have to teach these kids how to outgrow the adults in their life.
We are going to pick up 6 kids every day, Monday through Thursday, with the same run. Same kids. Every kid is unique because of how they overcome the obstacles in front of them. You have this kid on the side, he might, his mom may have been gunned down. And you might have this kid over here to the other side, and his mom is on drugs, and he's living with his dad or he's living with his grandmother. What they find out at devotion time every day at 4 o'clock is that if you look to your right, look to your left, 90% of the room has something in common with you. A lot of the kids, they think that they're in the program because they're a good boxer, or they're in the program because of their bad grades. What they come to find out is that you're in the program because of your behavior, and your bad grades are a reflection of your behavior. Each kid has a unique story.
first got there, I didn't want to be there. I tried to skip. I went there. I went the first day. I tried to skip the next day. I told them that I ain't bring no clothes, so I couldn't box, but that wasn't no excuse. Before YCAP, I was making L's, C's, D's, making bad decisions outside of school and in school. I was getting suspended from school, getting in fights. People like talk about it like it's a good thing. Like, I'm dropping out of school after 12th grade. After high school, I'm not going back to school. People talking about selling weed and stuff. If I wasn't at YCAP, I could have probably been in their same shoes. I'd probably be going the same path my older brother is, like not going to school, going to jail, been in the gang. He not in the gang, but I would have probably been in the gang. But some people say they join gangs and stuff because they family, like they whole family is gang members and stuff, and they drop out, so they want to follow them. But to me, I think they should be better. They should not follow them. They should go down their own path and go to school, get the good grades. Tennessee Tech is one of the schools I want to go to too. But Maryville College, I'm not so sure about that one. I used to get in fights all the time, and then it was a bad way of getting in the fight. Like, I used to get in trouble, suspended from school. I make the wrong decision sometimes, and if I'm not in YCAP, I can make a wrong decision and get in trouble, get killed, go juvenile, anything. That's why I like coming here, so I can stay out of trouble, because they lead me the right way. I just got 3 sisters, I'm the only boy. Just my mama taking care of all of us. It was really hard for her because she a single parent trying to take care of 4 kids. And that's a lot, that's expensive. That costs a lot of money. I don't get to see my daddy a lot, but I talk to him sometimes. But I don't get to see him a lot like that. That's how it is. Some people that come through YCAP, they make some people make good choices and end up like Roger and Joseph. Some people make bad choices and they gone. My future goals, I just want to, I really want to make it out. I want to graduate high school. I can go to college and still be boxing. So I wouldn't end up like Roger and Joseph and go pro, start getting my name out, make millions, make money so I can take care of my family and be in my children's life.
Boxing appeals to the tough inner city kid, and it gives them an outlet to punch a bag first and foremost, and to get some of that anger out. The kids get to travel, and they've literally been all over the U.S. to compete, from anywhere from local competitions to state to regional to national competitions, even world championships. It kind of opens their eyes to more than just little old Chattanooga. For us here, it's about teaching them how to be a man and how that transition from being a teenager into a man looks like. When you get inside that ring and somebody's punching back at you, you quickly realize that A, you respect that person because they're trying to do the same thing to you that you're trying to do to them. Boxing is so much like life, and that life's going to punch you in the face, and a lot of things are going to happen to you that are completely out of your control. But how you respond tells what kind of person you are and what your character is. That's the most important thing for us.
Short intermission.
You can judge success in a lot of different ways, and are their grades improving, are their behaviors improving, are they staying out of trouble at school? Those are all kind of factors, if you will. There's certainly those that don't make it. We'll get letters from guys that either are incarcerated or that are no longer with us, or seeing that kid in the paper that's been shot and killed. Those hurt. It weighs on you a lot. There's a lot of days that I ask myself, why am I doing this? And then just when I begin to get down or I feel that way or it's been a tough day, then all of a sudden one of those young men who came through the program 10 years ago stops by and says, hey, you made a difference in my life and here's where I am today. Those are kind of the moments that I hang on to that make me realize that what we're doing here at YCAP is something so much bigger than just us as a staff. There are days that I wonder why I do it, but then there's other days it's just like, that's why we do it. It's so fulfilling. At the same time, when the sun comes up the next day, you got to remember, hey, the next kid's hurting too. And so, you just got to keep your nose to the ground and keep pounding the pavement and trying to make a difference for these kids because it takes a village. They need all of us to come together and to think that the mayor alone or the police chief alone is going to fix the problems in our city is ludicrous. They can't do it themselves. It takes all of us to grab a young person and be a mentor and be the change that we want to see in their life.